The champagne was already warm by the time my brother stood up, glass raised, smiling like a man who'd finally beaten the odds. The table applauded. Forks paused midair. Someone said my name like I should be proud. That was when my phone vibrated in my pocket. I didn't look at it yet. I already knew something was wrong. My body always knows first. He said, to family, to hard work paying off. They cheered. I sipped water and watched his hands shake just enough to notice. When I finally checked the message, it was short, professional, cold. This is the title company. We need to confirm your authorization for the sale. I never sold anything. I excused myself quietly. No scene, no drama. I stepped outside into the night air, the sound of celebration muffled behind glass. I called the number back. They didn't congratulate me. They asked me questions. By the time I hung up, the wire fraud investigation had already started. We grew up learning how to share. Rooms, secrets, dreams. When our parents died, we promised each other we'd never let money come between us. I believed that promise because I needed to, because he was all I had left. The property was mine on paper, inherited, clean title. I let him help manage it because he asked like a brother, not a thief. He said he was proud of me, said I was smart, said he just wanted to help. Trust feels like love until it's used against you. The first sign wasn't big. It never is. A delay in paperwork, a casual comment about investors asking questions. New confidence that didn't belong to him. I noticed, filed it away, told myself I was being paranoid. Then the mail stopped coming. Not lost, redirected. I checked the county portal one night, more out of boredom than fear. That's when I saw the transfer request. Pending, my signature, clean and perfect, sitting under a notary stamp I'd never seen before. My hands went cold. My face didn't change. I didn't confront him. I didn't cry. I didn't warn him. I planned. Revenge isn't rage. Rage is sloppy. Revenge is patience sharpened into a blade. First, I called an attorney, quietly. Then a forensic accountant. Then the title company, where I asked questions I already knew the answers to. I let them explain the process. I let them panic on my behalf. Every call was documented. Every email archived. I built a timeline so clean it felt surgical. I let the sale proceed. That part surprised everyone later. The wire went through. 1.2 million moved fast, like it always does when someone thinks they're winning. He thought speed would save him. Speed is what buried him. I flagged the transfer an hour later. Banks hate embarrassment. Title companies hate fraud. Federal investigators hate forged signatures. I went back inside the restaurant just in time for dessert. He was flushed, glowing, already spending money in his head. Our aunt hugged me, told me how lucky I was to have such a successful brother. I smiled. The confrontation didn't happen that night. It never does. I wanted the weight of consequence to settle first. 3 days later, his accounts were frozen. 5 days later, he was served. A week later, he called me. He didn't scream. He didn't apologize. He laughed nervously and said there had been a misunderstanding. He said my name the way he used to when he wanted something. I told him to sit down. I told him to listen. I told him about the notary who admitted she never met me. About the IP address tied to his office. About the call logs. About the federal charge that doesn't care if you're family. He stopped laughing. When he said, I was going to pay you back, I finally felt something crack. I leaned in and said, you already did. Courtrooms are quiet in a way that strips people bare. No charm, no shortcuts. Just records and truth. He avoided my eyes. I didn't avoid his. I wanted him to see that I wasn't angry. Anger would have been a gift. The plea deal came fast. Restitution, probation, a permanent mark that follows him into every financial conversation for the rest of his life. The money came back to me untouched. The property returned. The family dinners changed. No one toasted him anymore. Now, when I think about that night, I don't replay the betrayal. I replay the silence right after my phone buzzed. The moment I realized I was still in control. He thought he stole from me. What he really gave me was clarity. I didn't lose a brother. I shed an illusion. And I slept better after that than I had in years.